Hello and welcome, everybody. Only 12 minutes past when we thought we would get it, so we're slowly bringing it in. I think by August we'll be maybe on time.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, something like
Maybe.
that. But hello and welcome. Before we get going with C5, I do want to go ahead and do the Hype Store form. I'm going to show everybody that, walk through it with everyone. It's going to be opening once I post all the updates tomorrow morning. So, be on the lookout for that as well. Each conference has their own form. So, please make sure that you are filling out the correct conference form. It will not work if you fill out the wrong conference form. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do that. And let's see. All right. So here we have what it's going to look like. It's pretty simple. If you want a copy of the response, you can say yes. This is the C3 Hype Store form. You'll see I am Texas Tech. Please don't select it for anybody else. You have to fill out your recruiting email anyway. So if you fill this out with somebody else's school and the wrong recruiting email, I'll know that it doesn't count anyway, but please don't do that. That will be very annoying if I have to deal with that. The important thing, so I'm going to be posting the Hype and the NIL balances for everyone. The Hype balance is simple. Everybody's going to be at 100. So that's all you have to worry about. For this first week, you will type 100. If you want to bring somebody in for an unofficial visit, you can. It now costs 15 Hype. You can select your player. Let's see. I don't think he's committed yet in our conference. Yeah, Jared Curtis. So this is going to only show you players that have not committed, which is nice. Like Keyshawn Henderson committed a couple weeks ago in C3, so I cannot select him. So you cannot bring a recruit in for a visit that has not or that has already committed. But please make sure that you are selecting players that you have previously submitted 100 points for. That is your that part is on you. There's no catching it by the system, so please be sure of that. If you don't, it's not going to apply the visit points, and you're just going to lose out 15 Hype, so it's not worthwhile to try to do it. But so I would say, Jared Curtis is who I want to bring in. I want to bring somebody else in for a visit. That's okay. You fill out another form. This is not a replace the most recent form you've submitted type of situation. So you can fill out another one, but for now you move on. If I don't want to lock anybody, I say no. I don't have to answer this since I'm not locking somebody. I don't want to steal anybody. I don't want to auto commit anybody. I'm spending 15 Hype. That means I have 85 Hype left. And I understand that I'll lose 5 Hype if I spend over the 100 that I started with. And then I hit submit, but it's not going to let me because I didn't put in my recruiting email. Everybody, I think, knows my recruiting email, so it doesn't really matter. That's my recruiting email. Go down. I hit submit. If I want to bring somebody else in for a visit, I click that. Again, Texas Tech. There we go. I now have 85 Hype. I want to bring somebody in. I haven't recruited Amari Thomas. I didn't mean to click on him. Let's see. I think I have put 100 points on Bo Bentley, and so on and so forth. It's pretty simple in that sense. You do have to keep track of your own expenditures in this way on any given week. I will update each week. We're going to do the random Hype generator, which I will get going. I'll show you how it works. It won't count. I'll show you that a little later on this show tonight. But you'll get an updated post of your balance every week, but for your expenditures in a given week, you are responsible for tracking what you are starting at from the posted balances and then what you are ending at throughout your purchases. Pretty straightforward, I think. Does anybody have any questions before we go back to, or before we get to commits? I'm just waiting. I assume PJ will have a question. Let's see. We got a Fear the Fork. Anybody else? Which are the conversion weeks? I believe in the bylaws it says week 5 of recruiting. I have to confirm that that's what the first conversion week is. So it would not be until one more week from now. I'm pretty sure that is the first conversion week. I am not 100% sure. I can try to look it up either during the show or after the show and post it. But it is coming up shortly, but not the first week that the store is open. For those of you that are new, it is, you can convert your NIL to hype. 10 NIL will turn into 5 hype. So it's a 2-to-1 conversion ratio. I will post the updated NIL balances as well. Wrong. There we go. This is a great question. So is it 100 points in 1 week or just 100 total points that are required to use a visit? It's the latter. So once you've had 100 points submitted over the cumulative weeks that we have been recruiting, you can bring someone in for a visit, and you cannot hit the 100 the same week you bring them in for a visit. So you couldn't put 100 on somebody this coming week and bring them in for a visit this week if you had never recruited them before. Until I figure out a way to give you, to help you be sure that you've submitted the 100 points. If you're not sure on someone, please reach out. I will let you know in the short term. It's not going to be a long-term solution, but I'm not trying to make anyone lose out on their hype for messing up a visit, but please reach out if you aren't sure on someone. But it's pretty straightforward. The players that you've put in points on throughout the season, anybody in the preseason you put points on, it's going to be over 100 total. And these are the post bonus points. So I need to figure out a way to give you guys some kind of visual representation that you've reached it. I don't know what it is yet. I think my internet cut out for a second there, but hopefully we're all good. So if you aren't sure, please reach out. But I would assume pretty much everybody that you've put points on prior to this week, you're going to be over 100 at. All right. I think that's everything. Let's get going with
C5.
C5. Yeah.
Strong finish in that race.
They really did. I was excited. I thought C3 was going to bring it home, and then we fell apart. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man. Let's see, did I share the right one? Yes, I did. Look at me doing stuff and things. All right. First up, we have Brock Boyd deciding between Tulane, West Virginia, and Northwestern. All pretty darn close. In fact, tied for second and third with West Virginia and Northwestern. Let's see. Ooh, Ouchtown. West Virginia. Brock Boyd is going to take those country roads home.
There we go.
All right. Next up, do we have a solo commit in C5?
No, not C5. No.
Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Look at me solving the world's problems. Next up, we have Kendra Harrison deciding between Wake Forest, Arkansas, and West Virginia.
Pretty big lead there.
It was.
Uh-oh.
Was that back-to-back upsets for West Virginia?
Back to the upsets.
They must have something special on those country roads, because they're pulling out upsets all season so far.
Yeah, a little extra in the bag.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Jabari Mack split almost 60-40, Oklahoma State and Tulane. So Oklahoma State holding on for Jabari Mack. I think that's the second or third. I think it's the third Oklahoma State commit so far this season. All right, Landon Duckworth, I believe a quarterback going to South Carolina, if I have that right. Deciding here between Houston, Cincy, and UCSD. Ooh, UCSD.
Another one.
Another upset merchant. I believe UCSD has pulled a couple, 2 or 3 upsets on the season, all from players that apparently aren't aware that they don't have a football program. But I don't know what they're doing to get players there. But congratulations, UCSD. All right, Malachi, is that how you say his name?
I think so.
Think that's right.
Chai. I think it's Chai.
Malachi. Ooh, I like that. I'm more of a Mala latte person myself, but that's okay. Deciding here, FAU with the big, well, kind of a sizable lead over Wake and Cincy, Northwestern, and West Virginia. But overall, for this far into the recruiting process, this is a pretty close race. But let's go ahead and Northwestern. I believe that would be Vindication. No, that's not right.
They had the 4th most? Yeah, 4th.
Yeah, looks like, not quite the biggest upset, but for losing out on some recruits earlier, they finally are bringing home a very unheard of receiver prospect in the state of Florida. Congratulations. Next up, Booby Feaster. West Virginia just squeaking in there with 11% at the bottom, trying to pull off another massive upset. FAU maybe can hold on here with a slight lead over Houston. But man. No rest for the wary or whatever you say, but Woo Pig. Do we have a Woo Pig in the house?
That's their third recruit.
I think there was a Woo Pig.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute, but congratulations.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is. Woo Pig. All right. We still have a few recruits to go here. Naeem Burrows, FAU with a very large lead here. Let's hope for their sake that they can hold on and get Burrows. Oh, man. It really is the night of the upsets, apparently, folks. Bad day for Texas Tech to be in the lead. But congratulations. I don't know, does Wake Forest have a slogan yet for the program?
Don't think so.
I don't think they do either. We might have to see what they can come up with. But congratulations, Wake Forest. Naeem Burrows. All right.
That's their second recruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's a great slogan. No slogan yet. I don't think that's what you were going for, but I like it. So we'll come up with one. Faison Brandon here, deciding between Indiana, Arkansas, Wake Forest, Northwestern, and UCSD. Indiana, the favorite. Favorites can win recruits.
There we go.
Congratulations. All right. Jared Kurtz, because apparently I'm not good at spelling, also known as Jared Curtis, deciding here between Indiana, UCSD, Houston, West Virginia, and Tulane. Ooh, Houston. We have a problem. I believe, is that Houston's first recruit?
Let me just have a look. Yes, it is.
It is Houston's first recruit. Okay. Congratulations, Houston.
I think there's one more.
There is. All right, let me get back. Sorry, we had just there we go. Keyshawn Henderson, the final recruit of the night for C5. Houston again with the lead here. Indiana, Arkansas, ASU, and Wake Forest rounding out the top 5. Well, ASU, fear the fork.
Not their first recruit. They had
No,
that streak
big
on.
night the first week, if I remember right.
It's their fourth.
Fourth. Wow. Okay. All right. That is C4 or C5. Now we're going to go to, I suppose we should go to C4. It's
Yep.
the right thing to do.
They did have a solo recruit. Tyron Horns.
C4 does?
Yeah. Tyron Horns going to Missouri.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. There we go. Far too many screens over here. All right. First up, we have Samorian Wingo. Well, hang on one moment. Fear the fork. Congratulations. Well deserved. All right. C5, C4. I know the conferences, I promise. Samorian Wingo deciding between Washington State, Auburn, Ole Miss, and Florida State. Not FSU, not Washington State, not Auburn. That means Ole Miss pulling in Wingo. Congratulations. Next up, we have Corey Barber deciding between Maryland, Ole Miss, and Auburn. Auburn and Ole Miss head and shoulders, not sponsored, above Maryland here. Let's see who will take Barber home with them. Auburn holding on with the big lead. Gavin Mueller, a tight end, deciding between tight end U in, or at least in the past, tight end U at Notre Dame and TCU. And another favorite. Okay, Chase Campbell. We've got 3 teams in the high 20s, low 30s there, and Notre Dame. Come on, there we go. Oh,
Notre Dame.
Wow. Apparently, all you have to do is invoke the name Rudy, and Notre Dame can't lose.
Yeah. Double luck of the Irish for sure.
Double luck indeed. All right. 5 more to go. I can count. KJ Edwards deciding between Auburn, Maryland, Baylor, Kentucky, and Bama, now trying to pull off the massive upset. Roll Tide. I don't know if saying that has the same effect, or maybe you have to say Nick Saban. Nope, none of those worked. Auburn holding on as the favorite. I'm really glad Baylor didn't end up getting a recruit there. That would have been awkward for everybody. All right. Next up, Jake Fett. Baylor, speaking of them, has a big old lead here with a 35% chance to bring in Fett. San Diego State, Florida State in the 20s, nearly tied, and Auburn just under 20. Ooh, San Diego State. Is that their third or fourth recruit?
That is their scroll up fourth. They got 3 in the first week.
That's right. Monster opening week for San Diego State. Congratulations. Jake Fett headed to California. Now to the big names here. We got Booby Feaster deciding between TCU, Baylor, Kentucky, Notre Dame, and Missouri. Not Missouri, not Kentucky, not TCU, not Baylor. Apparently, all you have to do is say it once. Congratulations, Notre Dame.
Whew. Have a night.
Xavier Crowell, which means the only conference that is not having Malachi Tony commit this week is C4, since we have not seen him here. But Xavier,
he's already gone. Wasn't he already gone?
I don't think he committed in C4
last year.
What's that?
Didn't they take him last year?
No. Oh, yes. Maybe that's why he can't commit in this conference, is because he's already part of it. I forgot about that. Good call. Anyway, Xavier Crowell deciding between Alabama, Auburn, Maryland, Ole Miss, or TCU. Not Auburn, not Maryland, not Ole Miss, not Bama, TCU. Come on down, get your man.
As the upset, too.
Yeah. And then finally, Keyshawn Henderson. This is one of the closest we've seen with 5 teams in on it, especially this far in. Florida State, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Wazoo, and Notre Dame, all with nearly a 1 in 5 chance at committing the top quarterback for many people in the. And Ole Miss is the winner. All right. Congratulations. All
right.
Let's go back to
Is that C3 we're up to?
yes, it is. That means that it's you.
All right. I think I got the right screen.
All right.
Starting with Jay Lamar, Mississippi State and North Texas, 56 to 43%. And Jay Lamar, you are going to North Texas. North Texas as an upset.
Yeah.
Jermaine Bishop between Michigan, who's at almost 32%, Texas Tech at 25.5%, LSU at just under 20%, and then Vandy and Virginia Tech both at 11.5% and 11%. Let's see. Not going to Michigan, who was our favorite. Not going Vandy, not LSU, not Virginia Tech, but welcome to Texas Tech, 25.5%. Legend Bay. Georgia Tech at 20, almost 25%. LSU at 20.5%. UCF just under 20%. Virginia Tech at 17.8%. And Texas Tech 17.6%. So pretty close. Pretty close. Let's see. It's not Texas Tech, not Virginia Tech, not UCF, not LSU. Georgia Tech holds as the favorite for Legend Bay. Moving on. Oh,
Who's
Malachi.
that?
Malachi's back. This one is, pretty even right down the board. Oregon at 20.8, Virginia Tech 20.4, North Texas 20.1, SMU 20 flat, and then Vandy at 18.6. Five-way split. Not Oregon, who was at the top. Not Virginia Tech. Oh, we're going backwards. Not Vandy. It is... Congratulations, SMU. You just won yourself a Malachi. Javian Osborne, SMU, trying to give Malachi a teammate, 25.7. Texas Tech, 20.7. Oregon, 18.8. UCF, just below at 18.6. And Virginia Tech, 16.2%. All right. Javian Osborne, where are you going? Not Virginia Tech. Not Oregon. Not Texas Tech. Not UCF. Back to SMU, the favorite. Their second recruit. Yeah, 2 in a row. Diabell, Texas Tech being the favorite, 23.3. UCF at 21.5, North Texas 20.5, Vandy just under 19%, and SMU at 16%. 3 in a row, maybe? Not Texas Tech.
That'd be quite the feat. Ooh.
Not North Texas. Uh-oh. Not UCF, maybe. Not SMU. Close one. Vandy with a slight up. Oh, pretty slight upset. Yeah, 18.9%.
You want to re-roll that one, see if I can get him the second try?
And we got Xavier Crowell. Mississippi State, just under 25%. Vandy at 22, just under 23%. Wisconsin, just under 20%. Virginia Tech, 18.5%. And Oregon, just below 15%. Where are you going, Mr. Crowell? Not Virginia Tech. Not Oregon. Not Mississippi State. Not Wisconsin. You are going to Vandy. 2 in a row to Vandy as well. And there we go. That is C3. And C3 also had a solo commit. Michigan picking up. Who did they pick up?
Carr. Tommy Carr?
Yes, that's right. Mr. Carr. There we go.
All right. Wonderful. Now, let's bring it on back with C2. First up, we have a big old lead for Florida on John Ebert, is how he's going to decide to pronounce his name, most certainly. And Florida goes ahead and hangs on. Next up, we have Calvin Russell, the wide receiver for Syracuse, with at least one very healthy Achilles tendon, deciding between Cal, Florida, Miami, and Washington. And that means Cal. Congratulations. Calvin Russell headed to kind of the furthest corner than where he is in real life, to Cal.
That is their second recruit.
All right. Congrats. Gavin Mueller deciding between Miami, UCLA, Miami of Ohio, and Florida. One of the Miamis is out. The other Miami is out. That means UCLA, the fighting Bruins, the other bear. Congratulations.
Huckla, way to go.
Amari Latimer deciding if he's going to follow suit and go to the favorite this time of UCLA or UNC, Tennessee, Rice, or Miami. Not Miami, not the favorite, not Rice. Sorry, Nate. Not UNC, Tennessee. Congratulations, Rocky Top. KJ Edwards, that was easy for me to say, deciding if he's going to go to the massive, overwhelming favorite Georgia or the other three schools that are about the same with percent chances with Washington, Duke, and Cal. Not Duke, not Washington, not Cal. Congratulations, Georgia. Pulling home.
Favorite holding on. Yep.
Next up, Jace Matthews deciding between Rice, Tennessee, and Cal. Not Tennessee, not Rice. That means Cal with their second commit of the evening. The Berkeley Bears. All right. Malachi Tone deciding if he's going to go to USC, follow himself in real life, go to Miami, Duke, Cal, or Florida. Not Florida, not USC, not Duke, not Cal. Was there ever a question? Oh, that's unfortunate to hear. I'm having a terrible time. I hope your odds immediately changed. Congratulations. All right. Malachi Tony headed to the U.
Yeah. Someone's coffee is going to taste a little sweeter in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Not mine, but somebody's. Next up, Booby Feaster deciding between Cal and Duke with the exact same odds. Rice, Washington, or Florida, sneaking in at 10.04%. Not Rice, not Washington, not Cal, not Florida. That means Booby Feaster is a Blue Devil. Moving on, Jalen Lott. That's not supposed to be two Dukes, is it? That is a Cal and a Duke. My apologies. Duke, Cal again tied. Florida in third, Washington in fourth, and then barely over the 10% number is Miami of Ohio. Not Florida, not Washington, not Cal, not Miami of Ohio. Duke again. A lot. Is that four receivers?
Let's see. 1, 2. They got a tight end as well.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah, no, that's their fifth recruit.
Jeez. Apparently, the Blue Devils are the place to be. Everybody wants to go play with the ghost of Daniel Jones. That's the only feasible explanation. All right. And finally, Keyshawn Henderson. Again, a very close split between 5 teams, all within, 3% of one another. Let's see. Not Rice again. Not Duke. Couldn't pull it off 3 times in a row. Not USC. Not Washington. That means the Tar Heels land the top quarterback in the class, Keyshawn Henderson. Congratulations.
And I believe that is UNC's first recruit.
Hey, how about that? Even more exciting. All right, should we call it there? You guys don't want to know your recruits, do you? All right.
Heartbreaking
Last,
over.
but certainly not least, the conference of Stanford potentially almost filling up their class in one night. First up, the biggest lead we've seen so far this year, I believe, Corey Barber deciding between Penn State and Nebraska.
Oh, I don't think you're can't see.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 73.99 and 26.01. Penn State locked up Corey Barber. Next up, Chase Campbell deciding between Tejas, Ohio State, and Clemson. Not Clemson, not Ohio State. That means the favorite, Texas, brings in Chase Campbell. Now, Amari Latimer might follow suit there to Texas or decide between Penn State and SMU with Stanford sneaking in at just over 12% and staying in 4th place. It's not going to be 8 recruits for you tonight, PJ. Penn State, no Texas. That means Texas A&M University brings in Amari Latimer. Next up, Jake Fett committing again, this time in C1. Ohio State has a almost 50% chance of getting him. That means that about 51% of the time he will not go to Ohio State, but will he go to Clemson or Stanford? Not Stanford, not Ohio State. That means the Tigers of Clemson are bringing home. Is that their first recruit?
It is not. They also got Kendra Harrison in the preseason.
Ah, okay. All right. We got a Tony in our midst. Deciding here again between Stanford, South Carolina. I know who that is.
Hey.
NC State, Nebraska, and Clemson again. These are, again, all really close to even splits. With
20%.
Just under 18.5 and the highest being just over 20.5. Ooh, man, I am not doing you any favors. NC State, Stanford, Nebraska. There we go. Clemson was the favorite, and they walked away with the prized possession, Malachi. Derek Cooper deciding between Oklahoma and NC State, both under 15%. Stanford, Nebraska, and USF, all 20 to 27%. Well, not the favorite, not Nebraska. That means was successful. All right, Javian Osborne deciding between USF and Pitt, both over 29%, Texas just under 29%, and NC State trying to be the troublemaker down there with 12.81% chance. Oof. It's a rough couple of recruits for USF here and Pitt. No major upset. Texas with a slight upset bringing home Javian Osborne. All right. Dia Bell. We have another tie here between Oklahoma and NC State. And then up at 28%, Texas A&M and PJ just over 30% on Dia Bell. Hey, look, PJ, I didn't win him either. That means Texas A&M brings home another recruit tonight. Congratulations. Three more to go. We got Tristan Keys up next. Oh, that is not supposed to be 5 digits. I would love to give
Good shot.
I would love to give you that big of odds, but that is not the right digit. There we go. Clemson, Nebraska, South Carolina, and Stanford, all roughly a 1 in 4 chance at bringing home Tristan Keys. Not Clemson, not Nebraska. Oh, out.
Yeah.
PJ with another recruit. You might need to ask somebody else to come on the show to do your roles. I don't think I'm doing you any favors over here.
It's all good.
Next up is Xavier Crowell deciding, again, very evenly between Pitt, NC State, Stanford, and South Carolina. NC State, Stanford, Pitt.
Hey,
There we go. Congratulations. All I had to do was bring it up 15 times, and it finally
I'll take it.
went your favor. Congratulations. All right, the final recruit of the night, some guy named Keyshawn, deciding between Texas A&M, Stanford, NC State, Oklahoma, and Nebraska. Not Stanford, not Oklahoma, not Nebraska, not Texas A&M, NC State bringing home. I'm sorry. What was that? That was. Are you? We can ask Mr. Henderson if he'd like to go to a different school. If you're. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, the world is a better place. How the times can change so quickly. All right, everybody. That is the recruiting week 3 show. Does anybody have any questions now before we call it here? I think the main thing to point out is I will be posting the links to the Hype Store in the morning when I post the updates. If you try to fill out the form from previous years that's in the Hype Store channel, nothing's going to happen because I don't even know if it's allowing submissions anymore because that was the one we lost the access and database to. So you can't submit anything yet. You'll be able to submit it as soon as I reset everything in the morning. I will make an announcement. I will tag you guys way too many times. But congratulations to all of you that were able to commit people. For those of you that were upset on some players, or if you were really wanting someone else, you are able to make a steal attempt. It's 30 hype for a steal attempt. Keep in mind, we only have 100 hype to start. And if somebody has more than 3 commits on their team, they can't lock them all this week. So keep that in mind. There will be some steals that are going to go to a roll, and to increase your odds from whatever it was to 50-50. So
yeah. We'll also look up the conversion timeline as well.
Yes, thank you. I will confirm that. I believe it's week 5, so it would be. I think my internet cut out again. It'd be after next week's show, if that's week 5. But I think that is everything. Good luck. Please wait to submit anything till you hear from me. If you submit anything beforehand, you probably will lose all of the points that you submit for this week because the system will not track any points, but it'll erase the ones you already submitted. So don't do that. wait for the post tomorrow. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Pew, pew, pew.
Go Cox. See you next week.
They finally ended it. I'm not sure. Nope, maybe not.
Nope.
It's struggling over here.
Nope. All those recruits.
Yeah, right?